Hello to you, beautiful people. My name is Noa Lakshmi, and I'm here to elevate humanity for a better world. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for joining me on this endeavor. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you found my channel. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate the support. I've been getting more subscribers to my channel, and I really appreciate that. So that's really awesome. Thank you for being here. And I do these videos once every 2 weeks, new moon, full moon. There's more to my channel than just astrology, but right now we are going to focus on the astrology of this coming cycle. And before we go into that, if you would like to know more about me and the work that I do in the world, then please check out my website, noalakshmi.com, for astrology readings and so much more. I will talk more about that at the end of the video. And also, I would like to mention here at the beginning is that I'm running a special right now. It's going to be a full moon May special that will start this weekend for a discounted rate for my reading. So if you really want to have a reading, you've always wanted to have a reading, or you've had readings before and you're just interested to have another one with me, then this is a great chance to get an hour reading with me for a much lower price than usual. So please check out the link down below, and yes, I'll mention that at the end of the video as well. So, all right, today is Thursday, April 26th, I believe. And again, bi-weekly videos that I do, new moon, full moon. So we are approaching the full moon that is happening on Sunday, April 29th at about 6:35 p.m. That's Pacific time, west coast of North America. And before I get into the full moon, which is definitely powerful. I know you hear astrologers say that a lot, but it is, full moon in Scorpio and then other things that are happening. I do want to speak a little bit about what's occurring for us right now and the past few days since the new moon that we had a couple of weeks ago, right? We had a new moon in Aries conjuncting Uranus. There was this big initiation into new things, planting seeds to do things differently. And again, those seeds take time to germinate. So whatever was planted 2 weeks ago is starting to bubble up within you, starting to find the answers to some questions, new directions in your life, maybe aha moments, ideas of exactly where I need to go, what I need to do, what is it that I need to break free out of, what will bring me the most amount of liberation and the feeling that I am really living according to my own authentic expression, my own authentic truth. So that was the new moon that we had 2 weeks ago, and now we're coming into the culmination phase, which that's the full moon. But we're looking at the week prior to the full moon and just the couple of weeks in between the new and the full. And I don't know about you, but it has been a hell of a ride, especially this past week. There's always a different build-up to a full moon. It's always a different energy. And I don't say it very often, but I will say that the last few days have been a bit gnarly. And when I say it, it's not bad or good. It's not positive or negative. I always like to stay away from that when it comes to astrology, especially, because then people get all kind of ideas. Oh, this is good, this is bad, this is positive, this is negative, and it's really not about that. We can say, some transits, some influences are more pleasant than others, and even during times of what is considered to be tough transits, some people have a fantastic time. So it really depends on how each and every transit interacts with your own individual chart. But in general, and I've been getting, I love when I get messages from clients and friends and asking like, what the heck is going on? Because it's been really intense and really tough. We're still having Mercury squaring Saturn. And that alone it can be tough and challenging. So within that, we have Mars joining Pluto, and we are preparing for the full moon in Scorpio. So let me just break it down one step at a time, okay? The way I described it yesterday when somebody asked me what the heck is going on, I said, well, in the simplest way, in the simplest words, Mercury in Aries squaring Saturn in Capricorn is a mindfuck. It really is. It feels like a roller coaster to the ego. Mercury in Aries is very much about, it can be the monkey mind and just our needs and our impulses, and this is what I want, and I want it right here, right now. And it's very impatient. Mercury is already a very fast-moving planet. In Aries, it's very impulsive, very impatient. And that can actually cause some fires. That can be very fiery communication. I feel something, I'm just going to say it. I'm thinking about something, so I'm just going to follow it. Impulsive to a fault. Squaring Saturn, which is the complete opposite, especially in Capricorn, it's very slow, methodical. Really think before you act, and think before you speak, and act in integrity. Saturn in Capricorn, and that's why people are having a bit of a challenging time right now, because, and this is, for the next 2.5 years, Saturn in Capricorn is maturity and integrity. Where is it in my life that I'm not in integrity? And when it's squaring Saturn, it really is showing us what kind of beliefs do I have, and thoughts, perceptions that perhaps are out of integrity with myself, with my long-term goals. What am I doing right now? What am I thinking right now that is really not in alignment whatsoever, and in conflict with my future, with my long-term goals? So again, that can be a reality check. That can be a blow to the ego also, because the ego is very much invested in, I just want things now, and I have a certain agenda. Mercury in Aries is very much the egoic agenda. And again, Saturn in Capricorn is very much about integrity and maturity, and sometimes understanding that there's a bigger plan involved, and it's not just the immediate, what I see right now, the linear mind that is very focused on just the details of the now moment, ignoring the bigger picture, ignoring the bigger plan that that is in place for your life. And also, not just your life, in general. We can get very caught up right now in what we see in the news, which is we are experiencing some horrendous things, and not to sugarcoat anything, but with what we're seeing in the astrology, things are going to get more and more intense on the global stage. And we've got to remember that there's a bigger plan in place. Now, that doesn't mean that you become complacent. That doesn't mean that you just sit back and say, well, then there's a bigger plan, I'm not going to do anything. That's the square also with Mercury and Capricorn, is what is the right course of action? The right course of action of the higher planes, the higher road. Not necessarily what my ego wants me to do, or what I'm looking for, this sense of instant gratification, but what is the highest road? What is the most integrous course of action? And again, that can be a blow to the ego. It's like, no, I'm not going to get my immediate desires met because there is a bigger plan. Can I trust it? Can I believe it? This whole Jupiter in retrograde still in Scorpio is teaching us to dig deeper in order to find greater sense of faith and believing in ourselves and believing in the bigger picture, and whatever you want to call it, God, higher source, the bigger force, whatever is your method of relating to divine spirit, to what we call the universe or God. So it's been tough. It's been really, really tough. And they're still squaring today. Today is an exact square. And then, so we add on top of that, like I said, alone, it's an already tough configuration, Mars meeting Pluto. And that has double extra significance because the full moon that is coming in Scorpio is associated, the ruler planets, both planets of Scorpio, Mars and Pluto, they're conjuncting in Capricorn. So already Mars in Capricorn is very strong, very determined, great qualities. We want that, we need that when it's healthy determination, when it's balanced determination. Pluto in Capricorn that's the big changes and big transformations that we have been experiencing and will continue to experience within the structure of our own individual lives and the structures of life as we know it, as a society, as a collective. So already when we break down those elements individually, very potent. And then Mars and Pluto coming together to meet in Capricorn, both the rulers of the full moon. So let's just talk about Mars and Pluto coming together to meet. This is a complete transformation of our own drives. What motivates us? What do we need to let go of? Mars definitely is associated with our ego desires. And it's good when those ego desires are in alignment with a deeper sense of soul's desire. And that's Pluto. So Mars coming to meet Pluto, it's this meeting right now in your life. Am I really driven by what's really deep in my soul? Or am I just motivated by some egoic desires that I'm either conditioned to want? I have a false belief that that's what I want. Is it external influences that are affecting my direction in life, my course of action? And all those questions are now being asked. And Mars is approaching or is already meeting Pluto today. And then it's going to start a new cycle. So anytime a planet touches one of those slower moving planets like Pluto, once they come to a conjunction, Mars is going to pass Pluto, and that's going to be a new cycle for for Mars. What does it mean for you individually in your own individual life? This is a new cycle for your own, a new cycle in your direction, especially in Capricorn. The structures in your life and the foundation in your life, there's something that needs to change. It's really inevitable right now. There's something that needs to change. And some evolutionary forces that are really sweeping over us right now, pushing us with Pluto. It can be very tough, really pushing us to change. And for some of you, you might experience this, wow, I really need to change the course of my life right now, or take very different actions than what I have accustomed to or been accustomed to. Also, we're really seeing the healing of the masculine right now. I had a conversation the other day with a friend about how the masculine force that lives within each and every one of us has been distorted. Though we are so motivated to act out of competition, out of fear, out of sense of lack, we've put those structures in our own consciousness to just compete with one another. And that is a masculine drive. Now, there's a healthy way to express masculine drives, and there's an unhealthy way to express that. So Mars meeting Pluto, there is this, wow, the transformation of the masculine and the masculine structure that we've all been conditioned to operate from. I just need to compete. I just need to compete in order to get to the top. There's not enough, so I need to compete. That's how I'm seeing it right now. With Mars meeting Pluto, there is an opportunity, if there is something within you, within your own consciousness, that is motivated to do things because of competition, because of fear, that if I don't compete with the other person, or if I don't get there first, then there won't be enough for me. And in whatever areas in your life, relationships, career, business, anything in your life that you can really tap into it, and where is the motivation coming from? Am I motivated by competition and fear, or am I motivated by a sense of confidence and strength? So that's the healthy masculine. Confidence, Mars in Capricorn, confidence, strength, integrity, and maturity. Am I motivated by those forces? Which means I don't need to rush anywhere. Mercury in Aries. I don't need to rush. I don't need to be stressed out. I don't need to compete. That's the feeling that you have when you are rooted in strength and confidence, maturity, and integrity. But the flip side of that, Mars in Capricorn, the less healthy expression of that, I need to compete. And I need to really destroy everything and everyone around me in order to get to where I need to go. And that's when we are rooted in fear, in a sense of lack, in sense of I need to prove something like King Kong. Oh, look at me. I'm the biggest one. I'm the greatest one. Why? Where is it coming from? What are you lacking within yourself that is motivating you to move about life from that place? And that is the kind of transformation that we can all go through to various degrees, okay? So I'm talking about individually and collectively as well, but the collectively really is influenced by our own individual transformation. So the bottom line here is to look into the motivation within yourself. Where is it that you are motivated from? Whatever you think that these are my goals, these are my desires. If you check in with yourself, you might come to a conclusion, yes, this is my soul desire, and I'm going to go for it. Now then to choose, how am I going to go for it? But if you come to another conclusion saying, that's not really what I want, that's not really who I am, that's not what my soul is guiding me to do and to go for, then what is the motivation? If it's not coming from deep within my soul, from deep within who I am, then why am I doing it? What is the motivation? And then we get layer by layer into all kind of fears and all kind of false perceptions, conceptions, ideas, beliefs, and whatnot. So yes, these transformational big, Mars meeting Pluto is like the big bang, and now there's a new start, there's a new spark. How is that going to look really is up to you. So we're looking at this full moon coming in Scorpio and what is being illuminated. So not only that we're having a full moon here in Scorpio, the full moon is squaring the moon's nodes. So that adds another layer of significance to an already pretty explosive and big full moon. Squaring the nodes, it just means we really need to pay attention, because that is the key to our destiny. This is the key to where we're heading, the future. And the future is being created right here, right now. It's not set in stone somewhere. It's in the choices that we are making today, right now. So full moon in Scorpio, again, and the fact that Mars, and like I said, Mars and Pluto, the rulers of the moon, are conjuncting in Capricorn. Deep. Gotta look really deep right now within your soul. What is you? And the sun in Taurus, it can oppose that. Okay, I really need to listen to what my soul is telling me, not necessarily what's comfortable. In Taurus, we can be stuck in what feels secure, what feels safe. But is it really the right thing for you? And there is an element of unknown. With Scorpio, you gotta let go. Gotta let go of the safe, of the comfortable, of Taurus. And at the same time, with the Taurus-Scorpio axis, what is valuable? What is truly valuable? What do you deem to be valuable? And are you willing to let go of whatever needs to be let go of in order to really pursue what you deem to be valuable for you? Not what other people have told you this is valuable, not what society has determined this is what's valuable, but for you. So what is the letting go for you? Is it a relationship? Is it a job? Is it a career path that you thought, oh, this is what I want to do? And then when you look inside yourself, it's like, actually, I don't. And it can be scary. Like, okay, if I'm letting go of that, then who am I and where am I going? What is my life? This is a great letting go moment, ladies and gentlemen. And I always say, it sounds really great in theory. Oh yeah, I want to let go of this and that. And then in the practical, in the taking action to really be congruent with what you know and what is it that you do, that's when it gets like, ooh, I really need to let go of this. So, Mars and Pluto in Capricorn conjuncting, that's a boost of strength and confidence and ability to let go, that even though it's not easy, but boy, oh boy, do we have an opportunity right now to strengthen our own will to do the things that we know are right for us. And by doing those right things that are right for us and letting go, Moon in Scorpio, there's a lot of letting go of the past, letting go of some unconscious motivations that are now coming up to the conscious level, so you can move forward. You can really go on the path of your own destiny, not the destiny that was written to you by anybody else. And this is the great opening to know that the greatest destiny for you might not be what your ego believes as your destiny, or the ego according to the ego, this is what I want, and I'm going to hold on to dear life, even though everything around you and in your life is telling you, no, this is not it, honey. So there is a greater plan that is beyond what we can comprehend in the moment. So let this full moon illuminate your deepest soul's desires and what you really value in your life and what you really believe to be the path for your life. And I'm sending you a lot of love and encouragement on this endeavor, because like I said, it hasn't been easy. All those realizations and big evolutionary forces that are operating within our own individual consciousness. And of course, we are a part of this web. So the collective is going through a massive evolution right now. And it's the birth canal. Pluto is death and rebirth. And the birth canal can be very constricting. There are contractions that take place in the process of birth. So you may be feeling those contractions right now, like, ah! And the full moon definitely amplifies all of it, and everything feels extra more intense. So I'm sending you so much love and so much light, and know that we are doing this together and you are not alone. I always like to say that. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this message has brought value into your life and your process and your journey and whatever it is that you're going through right now. If you are liking this video, then please subscribe to my channel, and more importantly, share this video. I really appreciate the support. Leave a comment, thumbs up. That always helps on the YouTube platform. So I really appreciate that. And if you are interested in knowing more about what I do in the world and would like to dive a little bit deeper into your own transformational journey, please check out my website, noalakshmi.com. Links down below. And like I said at the beginning, I am running a special on my readings right now, soul signature readings. So if you would like to have a personal reading one-on-one with me for a much lower rate, check out the link, the special that I'm running for the full moon and May special. Thank you so very much. Again, sending you lots of love, lots of light. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, because you are. And I will see you next time. Happy full moon. Sat Nam.